If you could only have one cereal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably like, I mean, I'm not even like a cereal dude like that.
It's Lucky Charms.
Really? You're a Lucky Charms guy?
Just say it. It's
What?
Lucky Charms.
I've never had Lucky Charms.
You never had it?
No, I've never really eaten much cereal.
Super versatile. It's the marshmallows. It makes it dessert.
I don't know. What's a cereal I've had that I've enjoyed? I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Wow.
It's the only one maybe I've ever tried.
That's the worst answer.
Wow. Really?
Maybe regular Cheerios would make it worse, or oatmeal, but Honey Nut Cheerios, I'll give you that. I'll give you Honey Nut Cheerios. But if you just said Cheerios,
Oh, nah. Or like wheat, mini wheats or
Wheat
whatever.
Thins?
No, not even frosted mini wheats. If someone was just like, oh yeah, I love Wheat Thins or mini wheats with no frosting.
Raisin Bran could be fire, but
It can be.
as the only option,
Right. No, there's so much
No,
juice.
you got to put some marshmallows in there.
Count Chocula?
You got marshmallows in it, that's fine.
You know what's fire? Have you ever had the Oreo or
The Oreo
like,
cereal, the Reese's Puff cereal is dope.
I think it's the Oreo cereal where it's literally just like pieces of Oreo.
Yeah,
Have you ever Rice Krispies cereal?
yeah, I like
Not
Rice
the
Krispies.
not the like the part. They're literally just Rice Krispies in milk.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's what it used to be before they had Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rice Krispie treats.
I'm not a big. I only like Rice Krispie cereal, even though they're the same thing. Maybe I just like Rice Krispie treats with milk.
Yeah, Rice Krispie treats with milk is delicious. It's marshmallow.
You know, you're shitting on Cheerios, but I couldn't help but notice.
Yeah, I got Cheerios. They're the only cereal that's worth eating, except for Frosted Flakes. The only cereal worth eating.
Frosted Flakes would be my go-to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes is a good
I
one.
forgot about those.
Frosted Flakes and Cheerios are the only cereal that I can have without milk.
Dry?
Yeah, I can eat those.
I
dry.
can't eat either. Wait, those are regular Cheerios?
Those are Honey Nut Cheerios.
They don't look like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Because they're not yellow?
Yeah.
They are. But yeah, I can have those dry. Because there's just sugar at that point.
What are you, a baby? Just eating Cheerios dry? What are you, a baby at church? like what?
Baby in church.
What are you? Where's the pretzels? Where's the juice?
The juicy juice? the purple ones and the green ones? The green
Yo,
ones
juicy juice was fire though.
It was so fire. They had the green ones, the apple juice, and they had the purple ones, but I think it was grape juice.
I think it was just purple.
It was just purple drink.
Yeah.
Just purple drink in a box.
Yeah, it was just
so
just
good.
Unspecified purple drink.
And I loved how boxy they were, and like I always loved how they had the straw.
At some point, as I
box.
got older, and there was still juicy juice around, but I was like, I'm not a kid no more.
I can't be saying that.
I would just stab it and then suck it out of the hole.
Yeah,
pause.
you could do that. You could do
And
that.
I just felt like that was a real coming of age moment. Like, wow, like I'm just too old to consume juicy juice the way it was intended.
You're just shotgunning juicy juice. That's a rite of passage.
Yeah, no, it really was.
It's better than with Capri Sun, where like it's like a packet,
you can't
but
shotgun
it's a mess.
Capri.
It's a mess.
You can. You know what you gotta do? You gotta fold over the lip thing.
Yeah.
Because I used to get
And
cuts. I used to get cuts from the foil.
From the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cut it and then you suck it out. Now
I've just defiled a Capri Sun.
Yeah,
and
you
who am I
defiled
at this
it,
point?
yes.
What other rites of passage for young boys are there? We're not going there. Jumping up the stairs 2 at a time.
I still do that.
Yeah.
I still do that. Yeah. I do that on my front steps. I'll do like.
No, I do the same thing with my. If there's only like 4 steps, I'm like, this could be 2.
I feel so athletic when I do it too.
Yeah. What else did I do? Oh, tapping the top of the
that's
doorway.
a classic. That's a
What?
classic.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
No.
But apparently every guy does it.
Yeah.
In St. Rita's, we used to do that.
In high school.
In gym, we used to.
In high school, we used to all gather around the corner of the building, and we would have one person just slap the top of the ceiling,
Yeah.
the molding,
Yeah.
and we'd all just cheer.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
But we used to like
And then
do shit like that in
and then
high
the
school
teachers
too.
would come and they'd swarm and they'd break it up.
Yeah. What did we do in high school? Because I never really stayed at a high school long enough to really. Wagner.
Yeah.
But there were just fights in the hallways.
That's not really a rite of passage. It's just bullying.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of girls.
Oh, girls used to fight all the time in high school,
my
more than the
God.
guys.
Yeah.
I just
they
think
used
it's
to
because
pull each other's
the
hair.
girls would get away with it though. It's like teenage girls fighting. It's like they're not really swinging. They're just kind of like pulling each other's hair, like you said, or just scratching.
And then
screaming.
titties would be out, and everyone would cheer.
Okay.
You've never seen a titty before?
That's how someone saw that first titty.
Yeah. What else in high school? Or I'm even thinking before high school. Like, do you remember in St. Rita's, like, what Like, were there any things like that? Like, not rights, but like things that we just did do for some reason.
Yeah, I remember during the Bible, people would just make noises.
Oh, yeah. Yo. Yeah.
But that's like, you know, like.
Yeah. No, but that was a thing.
That was the thing, yeah.
That was a thing. I remember. Shout out to James Carney if he's in this earth anymore. I've never heard of him after. I remember during like social studies, he would always be like, "Yo, Danny." And so me and him, we had to move our seats because we got in trouble.
Yeah.
So at some point, it was me in the front, him in the back, all the way in the back.
Yeah.
And he would get my attention, and then I would turn around, and he would just have his social studies book up to this big picture of Osama bin Laden. And for some reason, it was the funniest thing in the world. Like this terrorist, his face was hilarious, and like, and then like I loved when he would like pass. I'd forget my book, and he would purposely lend me his, and he would leave it on a page that said like go to page 8. So you go to page 8, and you already know where this is going, and then it would be like go to page 74. So you'd go to 74. And then it would say go to page 65. And then go to page 17. And then you'd finally get to page like 35. And it was just a dick and balls. It was just a cock and balls drawn on the page over someone's face. Like, and like that was
that was a tradition in high school.
Oh, dude, in high school,
doodling over the pictures in the book.
Yeah, that was big. And
always a dick. Always mustaches.
Oh my god, yes, that too. Always like a dick like coming on someone's face, like with the water droplets on it. In Peters, every morning I would get to school early and I would draw a dick on Mr. desk. And so his desk was made so that there was a ledge over the end of it.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be able to necessarily see. Only the people in front would see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it would be like you'd see it on the corner of it almost.
Yeah, and I would just draw a gigantic dick every single morning.
Because it would be gone the next day?
No, so because he would notice it in class.
Oh.
And like after like a month, he was like, "Who is this?" And no one knew because I was literally the only one at school at that hour. Mm-hmm. Because my dad would drop me off super early because he had to go to the ferry.
So that's the first thing you would do in the morning?
I was like the first person in school.
That's how you clocked in?
Yeah. And I remember one of the days before I got kicked out, I was like, fuck it, I think I knew I was getting kicked out. Because we had meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
But I unscrewed his chair.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
That could go wrong.
And, well,
I used to get scared because the teacher's desks were so close to the corners of the blackboard where it would have, like, the ledge.
Yeah.
So I would always, like, be afraid that someone would fall back and hit their head on that ledge.
I wasn't scared for my you were a much caring student than I was.
Yeah, no, because it looked like it would hurt a lot.
Yeah, no.
It's a metal ridge drilled into the wall.
Good.
It is the perfect way to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
So I unscrewed his chair and he sat in it and it fell apart and he fell and it was glorious.
Wow. You hated him that much?
No, he was a great guy. He was one of my favorites.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no, I just had to bust his balls.
I mean, it's one thing to draw on his corner of his desk and have it changed, but to...
No, I drew on the front of his desk.
Yeah,
the giant,
yeah.
5-foot-long dick every morning.
Yeah. But also, like, putting him in bodily harm was a little too far.
Nah.
No?
He's fine.
He's fine?
He was an underwear model at the same time, so, like, he's fine.
He was?
Yeah.
You had a teacher who was an underwear model?
Yeah.
And he was open about it?
No, but we find things out.
Okay. That's true. You Google your teachers' names?
Yep.
I used to remember Rate My Teacher. People just go in there and shit on teachers who
or they would just remember when Rate My Teacher had the hotness thing with the peppers.
Oh yeah.
And then they got rid of it because
it's true.
Yeah, times have changed.
Times have changed. That is true. It was like a hot or not teacher profile.
Well, 3 out of 5 peppers. The spiciest teacher's getting 5 and the mildest getting none.
That's how people would choose their classes.
No, it really was though.
Yeah, you just sort by pepper. That's funny. I forgot about that.
I think I mentioned it to a teacher in high school once. I was like, you had like 4 peppers. And I'm disappointed.
You should be 5. Or is it too much? Was it too much?
I think those ratings were from years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it was too high.
Yeah, and I think Time had not treated her well.
Yeah.
Shout out Miss, well, you can believe this out, Miss. She's kind of an airhead.
Yeah.
And
So she probably didn't take care of herself.
Well, no, I mean, she had a nice body, but the face was fucked up. And, like, she had this lisp, and she just sounded like an idiot. And she was a math teacher who didn't really know math that well.
Those are the best.
And, yeah,
when your math teacher doesn't know math, you're getting a good grade.
Mm-hmm. It was my first period class, and I sat next to this blonde Jewish girl. I saw her at a burrito bar recently, and she's still hot.
How many peppers?
Oh, she's 5 peppers.
She's 5 peppers?
Oh, absolutely, all day. I don't even know where I was going with that.
You were talking about how this 4-pepper teacher was really like a 2-pepper teacher.
Yeah, by the time I got around to her and had her class, she was like 2.5 peppers best. It happens, though. We can't all be young forever, you know? But she was only like 30, so I don't know what happened in the late.
Well, I mean, she probably had a rough few years.
Being a high school, you know, that shit
that's
wears
stressful.
on you.
It's stressful. Yeah, no, I feel like high school teachers can't stay hot for too long.